talking about today's budget. The budget actually says several things about our path towards Vikasit Bharat. It has invested in agriculture. It has certainly looked at rural prosperity, focuses on urban development, particularly looking at urban workers, and continues to lay emphasis on reforms. 6 specified sectors have been identified, and I spoke about it in the budget. Sectors in which we will continue our reform agenda. All this, even as we have continuously been engaged with the stakeholders, and interest of education and health has been prioritized. When we are talking about education, from a child in a daycare center, portion for women, lactating mothers, till the level of getting skilling done, and also for artificial intelligence and digital reading material for students and in school and colleges. Every aspect of education, and bringing in that dimension which is so critical for health. Daycare, cancer centers, and making sure more medical seats are available. These are kind of things with which I'm trying to highlight. The approach in this budget has been pointed on areas which definitely need immediate intervention, outlays, and action along with the states. So Vikasit Bharat is not just being described. I've given you also what we mean by Vikasit Bharat, or what is it that we expect to achieve for Vikasit Bharat. So this budget actually has given you several things on which you can understand how this economy is being planned to take forward a route towards Vikasit Bharat. Secretaries have joined me. All of them would also come in to explain or answer and give clarity and so on. But one thing which I certainly would like to highlight is responding to the voice of the people, which is what Prime Minister Modi is known for in his administration. It's a very responsive government. And as a result, the income tax simplification, which I announced in July, is already completed in its works, and we shall bring the bill in the next week. So the income tax simplification, about which in July budget I have gone in detail to say, the work is completed within 6 months is what I said. Within 6 months we've brought the bill. It will be coming into the parliament next week. Tariffs are being brought down, tariffs are being simplified, and also the basket which consisted of so many different tariffs for so many different commodities are now reduced. 8 were taken off earlier, 8 has been taken off now. So whatever remains now, 7 I think remains, and that is all about India's tariff picture. So the usual narrative which goes on, saying is India being too heavy on tariffs? No, you find that we've drastically reduced and also simplified. So this budget has so many things for all of us to talk about. The more important thing about agriculture, which performed very well during COVID and which has contributed to India's food security, the proposals which are mentioned in this budget actually talk about everything to do with beads to bazaar, literally from the stage of seeds, hybrid seeds, climate resilient seeds, seeds which can give greater output, seeds which are going to be high yielding, all this together to the final point of India becoming the world's food basket. That's the definition I put in when I was talking about Vikasit Bharat. So we are making sure that India's agriculture gets the support across the board, whether it is on seeds, whether it is for skilling the farmers, whether it is rural prosperity, whether it is going to have agriculture and allied industries being set up in rural areas, and whether it is going to be farmers getting better and more loan with interest subvention, not just farmers, fishermen, and also dairy, meaning animal husbandry. So the picture for rural development and the picture for supporting agriculture is across the board, and that has been narrated. The second thing which I would want to highlight is the continued emphasis that we're giving since vote on account budget, July budget, and now on the MSMEs. Whether it is giving them sovereign guaranteed loan, whether it is support during COVID, whether the definition being changed now for better, more inclusive growth in MSMEs, access to bank credit. So MSMEs have also been given greater emphasis. Together with this, I'd like to highlight the point that energy security has had greater attention in this budget. We've highlighted in July budget how even pump storage will have greater attention. Solar and wind and renewable energy has also been taking consistently good importance in our budgets. This time we are talking about the small modular reactors. I've also announced that there shall be 2 amendments, one to the Atomic Energy Act and the other one for the civil liability. All of this is going to help us attain energy security. Insurance sector's FDI limits have been enhanced. That is another important announcement. I'll end my opening statement with 2 things. There is no reduction in the public spending on capital expenditure. Let's put that up front. We continue to place emphasis on the multiplier effect that capital expenditure done by government has shown, has sustained us. We continue on that. And with all this, our fiscal prudence has aligned itself to the glide path that we announced in 2020-21. So we've kept ourselves in alignment. Fiscal prudence has been maintained. And the next year, coming years, estimate is also been given. Well under 4.5 is what we had said earlier. We are also projecting the same. So this is just as an opening statement. There's a lot more to say, but as you are